meeting is being recorded.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Thursday. Welcome to our Zoom class. For those who are not familiar, didn't meet Miss Jessica Washington on the onboarding. This is our online director of education.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all?
Good.
I'm just sitting back observing.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So like I said earlier, this is being recorded, so you will get the opportunity to go back and review if you're not understanding or missing anything. Remember, you all can give me a call, text, or email if you're having difficulty, and we'll have our one-on-one session if need be. First thing I want to discuss is I know quite a few of you all are not familiar with the news and announcements. Everything that we cover is also posted, deadlines, when you're having an exam, everything is posted in your news and announcements. I do not place it on a calendar. In your gray section of e-learning is your information. Like if you all will go in news and announcements now, I'm going to share my screen so I can show you all. Hi, Amber.
Hello.
I've been missing you, Amber.
Yeah, things have been crazy here lately.
Okay, so news and announcements in your gray section of e-learning. If you click on news and announcements, you see I have right here today, exam today, chapters 1 and 2 in the electronic health record. So everything you would need to know would be here. We had graduates. Then also I have here Zoom class, Thursday, 3/16, that's today. 4 p.m. Link is below. So if you didn't, go into the Zoom class and get your link, it's in news and announcements. It's right here. Here is the Zoom link and it says class for 4 p.m. Also in our news and announcements, we have our graduates. We had several graduates. Their names are right there. We wanted to congratulate Asia Dukes, Caitlin Floyd, and Constance. So all of this information is posted in your gray section of e-learning, which is right here. Remember that your exam is posted for today because it's the 6th day, but you have until Sunday to complete your exams. Exams are due on Sunday, but the day, like 6th day of 30 or 20 or 40, whatever module we're in, but you do have until Sunday to complete your exam. So remember, all of the information, everything is in this gray section of e-learning. For those of you who are having difficulty with finding the Simchart, the Simchart launch is right here. It's in the gray section of e-learning as well. Your Zoom class, if I click on Zoom class, this is where it was posted. It says Zoom class. It's in your gray section of e-learning. The video that we did last week, every time we have a class, is posted in Zoom class. And also your link is provided in your Zoom class. So whenever you're having difficulty, if you're trying to find a link, remember, go to your e-learning, your gray section in e-learning, and you will find that information. Also, as far as your coursework is always listed, and you all can tell right here where it says recent submissions. I can see when you submitted your assignment or if you did not submit your assignment. I can see all of that. A lot of you are still just emailing me your assignments. If you're able to upload your assignment, please upload. And see right here, it will tell me if it's complete, how many submitted. On here, like it says 5 of 21, 5 ungraded. It shows everything here. This is your daily assignment. That's right here, daily. Your exam, which is open today. I'm trying to scroll down, you all. Let's see what's going on. Your exams, and then also your labs. So remember, with your labs, you have 7 days to complete your labs. But as I stated before, best practice is to try to complete your daily assignment and your lab on that day. So when Friday comes, you have that lab completed, and then you have the weekend to yourself. And you don't have to worry about trying to complete 5 days of labs on Saturday or Sunday. So remember, best practice is to do your daily assignment and your lab. I know we have families and everything else is going on, but that's if you can. If not, you do have 7 days to be able to complete your labs. But your daily assignment is due every night by 11:55 p.m. If you're able to upload, upload. If you're not, please post in comments. And then if you're unable to post in comments or upload your assignment, then you can email me your assignment. Please remember, as I stated before, when you're emailing those assignments, it takes some time for me to actually go back and post it in the actual assignment. If you're able to, make sure that you're putting it in the comment section or you're uploading. And if all of that fails, then you can put it in your email and then I'll post it in the assignment. Any questions so far? Everybody have a good understanding of that? If not, just remember to give me a call, text, or email. So we're in the electronic health record. The electronic health record. So your exam today is on chapters 1 and 2. We're in the introduction to the electronic health record. The introduction. In your daily assignments, you were supposed to go over, it had what is a health record. Let me go through and put you all back up here. What is a health record? We went over those objectives on last week. In your assignment, you also had the disadvantages of the electronic health record. And if you all are reading, you all would see that it's showing you all, it's giving you the answers. So when you're reading those assignments, make sure that you're looking at your objectives because it's giving you, it's saying disadvantages of electronic health record, lack of interoperability, cost, employee resistance, regimentation, security gaps. So the answer was right here under your objectives. So you have to read because I'm getting some students who are still giving me, not getting the answers correct. So you have to read the information. It's right there. And also it gives you the page number. When you're reading, it gives you the page number of where to find that information. So I'm gonna go on to the next and just show you all. On here, remember one of your assignments, I think this assignment was last night, the 3 modules. Right there in the front cover, front office, clinical care, coding, and billing. That was one of your daily questions, your daily assignments. What are the 3 modules in Simchart? Front office, clinical care, coding, and billing. So make sure that you all are reading. Here are the objectives that we're covering in this chapter. This is also in your assignment in your PowerPoints, not your PowerPoints. I know I got quite a few people asking about PowerPoints. With your simulation playground, it's a little different in the electronic health record. You're going to be in a simulation playground. So everything you would need to know is in the book, the electronic health record for the physician's office, and in your simulation playground. Key terms. This will be on your exam and is on your exam. Your key terms: active patient, button, checkbox. All of this you all can read. It is in your book. And it's also, you would need to know this for the simulation playground. So let me ask this. So everyone that's on here now, were all of you able to get into the Simchart?
Yes, ma'am.
So Amber, I know you didn't, I didn't get a call from you. I know you did, yeah, text me. How did you go about getting your access code? Did you call the support care system for Evolve, or how did you go in?
No, ma'am. I came across the Simchart learning the medical office workflow in our ebooks, and I got the access code that way.
Right, so several people are having different issues with getting in, but if you are having difficulty with accessing your access code, please contact the customer care, Evolve Customer Care. They will be able to walk you through it and assist you, and we're going to go through it in a few minutes as well. Next we have, so make sure you're going over your key terms. The medical practice goes digital. This is also, we went over last week. You had your critical thinking exercises. So somebody has their, I don't know what's going on. So accessing the SCMO through Evolve. Did you use this, Amber?
No, ma'am. At first it gave me an error when I did it at first, and then I had to go through the ebooks to find it.
Okay. So also you can use this part here, but then, like I said, the access code will be in the book for your electronic health record. And it tells you step by step, and it says, if you're having problems, you can contact customer care, Evolve customer care. Make sure that your pop-up blockers are off. Your pop-up blockers have to be off and able to access your launch, your simulation playground. If it's not off, you will not be able to access. Getting comfortable with electronic health record software, please make sure that you all are reviewing this information. It shows you with getting started, your assignments, the list, all of this is in the front part of the book. You all have to read this information in order to get proper access. So I'm going to click over now into the actual Simchart. Simchart launch is how you would get in. This is what it will look like. Then it's going to say launch the Simchart. Once you go in, I have assigned you all some simulations playgrounds already. Have anyone done any of them? Just to let you all know, I will be able to see them on my end. Have anyone started doing your assignments?
Yes, I did.
You did, Ashley? Did you understand how to navigate through? Looking in the book and then looking at the actual playground?
Well, this first time I did the assignment, I didn't push playground. I did it within another one, and I went back and figured it out.
Right. So I'm glad you stated that, because I wanted you all to know, if you do not press simulation playground, you're not going to be able to access your simulation playground activities. So this is what I wanted you all to do to get a feel for it, to see how it actually works. You have to press the simulation playground. So on here, when I say Simchart for the medical office, all of these have been assigned. I assigned you 20 assignments. You don't have to do all 20 at one time, but it's giving you a feel for how to go in and access the information. At the top, you see it says here, simulation playground. So you would have to click on the simulation playground in order to access your assignments. When I look in here, you see how it states here, schedule appointment for Talia Nassar, and it has, I assigned this. So I'll be able to go back in to see if you completed this assignment. Ashley, which one did you do? Did you do this first one?
I think I did the second one.
So you did schedule appointment for Celia Tapia?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you look in the book and compare from in the book to what it was telling you to do? And were you able to get everything completed?
That's the one I did the playground one all together, so I didn't do too well. But I got all my information.
Okay, and so at the end of each session, you will see that there is a quiz, and it will inform you and let you know how you performed on that activity. Did you see the quiz at the end?
Yeah.
Right. So make sure that you take that quiz, because this is how you're going to be graded at the end. So once you finish that activity, you have to take the quiz at the end of each activity. So on here, when it says simulation playground, if you click on the simulation playground, it states here, how do you wish to start the simulation? It says return to previous session, because you can go back, and it says a start new simulation session and clean all previously saved patient information. So you have the option to go through each one. So I assigned, if you look, I assigned 20 of them for you all to get a feel for it. I was going to put you all in groups, but I decided I'm not going to put you all in groups because I have so many graduates that are leaving, and I didn't want to have them in a group and then they would graduate out this month and then you wouldn't have anybody in. So with the simulation playground, you're able to practice. That's why it's called the playground. So when we go into the next module, module 157, then you're on your own. You'll be doing actual charting. This is for you to get a feel and work through on how to work and schedule in the electronic health record. So this is basically your practice session for electronic health record. So 20 of these have been assigned for you. Let me go on down all the way. So here are the 20 sessions. All 20 have been assigned. That's 24 that has not been assigned. So I stopped at 20 for you all. Yes. So all the way to assignment 20, prepare prior authorization request form. All of those forms and documentation is in the electronic health record. Also, I will be sending you a video of prior authorization form. And also when we're doing our NCCT practice, we had this as well. That's why it's important for you all to try and log on and review those videos every Tuesday when we have NCCT practice, because we went over this prior. But I will post another form and a video on how to complete your prior authorization form. So we're going to get out of the simulation playground. And we're just going to go back here to the book. So does anybody have any questions so far with the simulation playground?
No, ma'am.
I do. Give me a second.
I didn't hear you.
I do.
Misty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So the 20 things that you have on there, that's the ones we have to do?
Yes.
Okay.
You do
That's what I
not have
wanna
to
make
do them
sure.
all at one time. This is for practice, and you have until Sunday to complete. They're not that long. And then you have the quiz that's after, but you have until Sunday to complete those. And then I will be assigning 20 more.
Okay.
Any other questions for the simulation playground?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so next. These were the modules, and it's explained to you each module. So I saw that some people went really in detail, which I really appreciate as far as the modules. When I asked that, I said, which I was only looking for the 3 actual modules, which was front office, clinical care, and coding and billing. Some of you gave me the whole paragraph, which I'm glad, because that means that you really went into it, you were looking at it. But when I asked you like certain questions, because I know if you're trying to do your labs as well, you could have just put front office, clinical care, and coding and billing. You didn't have to write out or put everything in it. And each section tells you what front office entails. And here is an example here. Simchart. So you have all of these diagrams to walk you through to show you on what you would need to do. That's why they have a test at the end of each section. On here is telling you about add an assignment. All of this, your calendar is going to explain to you each step. So make sure that you're reading in its entirety. Clinical care. There are several clinical records for data entry. This is a test question. So this is what goes in for clinical records. Allergies, chief complaint, health history, immunizations, medications, order entry, patient education, preventive services, problem lists, progress notes, and vital signs. One of your test questions might be, okay, give me 3 or 4 examples of what goes into a clinical record. So you wouldn't have to put all of them, but something in this list should be mentioned when you're doing your for your exam. Here is your patient dashboard. This is what it would look like. So they're giving you examples of how everything should look. So you will always be able to go back and reference what you need to input. And on the dashboard, it has here, patient dashboard, office visit, phone encounter, diagnostic lab. So you're going to navigate through each section when you're trying to document into that electronic health record. And it's here for you to look at where you would need to place that information. So it says, in addition to carrying out these clinical functions, the user can upload diagnostic imaging and laboratory requests with the help of the form repository. That's a test question that you're going to have coming up as well. All of these forms, such as the laboratory requisition, neurologic status examination, and school physical, are used in real medical offices. You will learn about clinical documentation in Chapter 5. The super bill function can also be accessed from the clinical care module by clicking on the super bill link on the patient dashboard. In NCCT practice, we went over the super bill. So make sure that you're looking at those videos. We went over the super bill in the NCCT class on Tuesday. This is found here because a super bill cannot be created without an encounter. Then that last module they have for the 3 modules, coding and billing. In order for a medical office to function, services rendered must be reimbursed. Managing the monies going in and out of the office is the primary responsibility. Listen to this. Managing the monies going in and out of the office is the primary responsibility of the billing and coding department and the focus of the last SCMO module. The main features of the coding and billing module includes your super bill, ledger, claim processing, day sheet, reporting, and auditing. This is what you all will be doing in billing and coding. The main features of the coding and billing module include super bill, ledger, claim processing, day sheet, reporting, auditing. Make sure you're highlighting this. You know this will be on your exam. Next, we have, just like the front office and clinical care functions, the form repository feature plays a large role in this module as well. Insurance specialists regularly use forms such as the insurance claim tracer, patient statement, and bank deposit slips. The user can practice coding skills and understand the importance of good documentation when reviewing the progress notes by completing the super bill and claim. We look at the coding and billing module in greater detail in Chapter 6. So they're explaining to you, you're going to go through each chapter doing a different function in the simulation playground. So this is, like I said, this is your practice. So when we go into module 157, it's no longer practice. You're actually going to be doing all of this in the electronic health record, insurance claims, forms, and everything that we're going through now in the simulation playground. You will be doing in real time in module 157. So this is for you all to practice and have fun with and make all the errors you want and correct them, because after each chapter, each little session of that little record, you're going to have a quiz to make sure that, you know, your accuracy and if you're understanding.
Miss Crystal, I have a question.
Yes.
The 20 that you gave us in the simulation playground, that's all due by Sunday, right?
Not all due by Sunday. It's for you to play around in the playground, you know, just to go back and
Okay.
review. Yes. Yes.
Okay,
It's for
just
you to get
wondering.
that actual practice.
Okay, thank you.
You thought you was gonna have to do all 20, Amber?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about it.
Yes, so that's for you to get that extra practice and to keep, because you can go back, you know, you have the little test at the end, but it's for you all to get practice, so to work on it as much as possible to get an understanding of it.
All right.
Yes. So you have your recurring features. As you move from screen to screen through SCMO, you will notice certain visual cues that indicate functionality. Many similar cues occur in other applications, so you may already be familiar with some of them. For instance, anyone who have ever made a purchase on eBay knows that a field marked in red on the billing and shipping form must be filled out before proceeding to the next screen. So you're going to be looking at all of these different functionalities in this module. It's going to let you know if it's an error. That's why this is the playground. So this is for you to have as much practice and fun as possible, because when we go into module 157, it's no longer practice. So this is just for you to get familiar and you know, have fun with it. You know, I mean, like when they have the patient name, you're going to have some patient, but then you can just make up a name and put in the information just to see if it's accurate. Keyboard, shortcuts, icons, dialog boxes, back buttons, forward arrows, drop-down menus, scroll bars, check boxes, and radio buttons are covered in the glossary at the end of the chapter. Many SCMO functions are content specific, meaning that the tools and buttons available are specific to the task being performed. So if you're hitting the wrong button, it's going to let you know that that's not for that actual module. It's not for that actual assignment. So that's the good part about it. It'll give you cues and let you know what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. So on here, it says, let's look at a few elements and functions you will use repeatedly as you navigate through SCMO. Buttons. The buttons in SCMO appear on nearly every module and screen. Some have graphics, for example, the green plus sign and immunizations on them, and others have text labels. For example, the orange add appointment button is in the calendar. Most are activated by a single mouse click rather than a double click. When they appear in full color, they are active or clickable. When the color of the button is faded or gray out, it is a visual cue that is in an inactive and cannot be selected. Guess what? That's on your exam. They're going to ask you those things. So make sure that you're highlighting and you're paying attention when you're doing your playground simulations. When you're in there, make sure that you're paying attention to the different buttons on what's required. If it's telling you, no, you can't press this or not, that's very important, and that will be on your exam. Default settings. Many students first learn about default settings when working with word processing software. When you open a new document in the word processing software, things like the margins, font type, and font size have already been determined, but can be changed by the user. Likewise, when you open a dialog box on screen in your electronic health record, the options you are most likely to select have already been chosen for you. These are called your default options. An example, as well as your pop-up blockers. If you had your pop-up blockers on, you were not going to be able to navigate to get into your Simchart. So things like that is, are very important. Info panel. The SCMO info panel is located on the left side of the screen and changes depending on the module. So if you're in front office, it's going to be different when you go into clinical care or billing and coding. This is probably a true false. So it says, the SCMO info panel is located on the left side of the screen and changes depending on the module. So if I have on there, it's on the right side, you know that's going to be wrong, right? It's on the left side of the screen and changes depending on the module. The info panel in the clinical care setting is used to create an encounter or to enter laboratory and diagnostic test results. You're going to have to know this. The coding and billing modules uses the info panel to toggle between the various responsibilities of a reimbursement specialist. Info panels are also used in the form repository and correspondence menu to indicate which templates are available in each tool. So here is one is showing you the patient charting, the info panel. This is in your book, and it has how you can go through each one. Patient dashboard, office visit, patient phone encounter, diagnostic and lab results. So if you're in a patient chart and you go to the diagnostic and lab results, you're going to have an error because you don't have that information to input. So each one, just make sure that you're navigating to that screen when it's giving you that information. And this is how it would look. So it's giving you an example of how it would look. So who would like to, oh, I know that's not Tremaine on here. Hi, Tremaine. Congratulations, you all. This is Tremaine's last day. She's a graduate.
Hello, thank you.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Her last day. How are you feeling about it, Tremaine?
Excited.
Yes, this is Tremaine's last day. She's been a great student and she's leaving us. So this is why I was saying that I didn't put you all in groups this time, because I have so many graduates for this month and it wouldn't have been fair to have so many of you in a group and then everybody was leaving. That happened to Tremaine one time. Remember, Tremaine, you were in all that group and then everybody started graduating out?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
And it was crazy.
Yes, yes. So we're not going to do this time. For this module, we're going to have everybody work on their own because I have so many graduates for the month of March. So thank you so much for joining us, Tremaine, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Yes, so it has structured and unstructured data entry options. So what I want is I want a volunteer to show me, I'm gonna allow you to share the screen. I want a volunteer to show me on what they have done so far in the simulation playground. So let me go back to share the screen. I'm gonna stop share. And I'm allow someone else to share their screen for me. So I want to allow multiple. So who would like to share of what they have done in their simulation playground? Not everybody at one time. Nobody wants to share with me.
I'm using my phone. Sorry.
Oh, I see that. Some people are saying I'm using my phone.
I didn't start yet.
Well, I'm afraid I don't know how to share it because
I pressed multiple. So on the top, it should say at the top, share screen. Do you see it?
Oh wait, maybe this is it. Okay, so I can go. Do you see it?
No, I don't see it.
I'm really I have a hard time when it comes to Let me see. Let me go back.
Because I would like one of you all to do it so that everyone can see and get a better understanding from you all actually navigating through it.
I'm better at learning that way.
Oh, I see share screen now.
Yes.
Share screen. Okay.
There you go. So click on the one that where it says in progress. So can everyone see that? And it says assignment description. I can't hear you, Ashley. You on mute. Oh, you're on mute. Yeah, unmute yourself, Ashley. You're still muted. It's on the side. It should be on the side to the, it should be your right or left where it says mute. Just press unmute. Can you hear me? Okay, so we can't hear Ashley, but if you will see here, it has the information you will put in, the last name, first name, right here. They have everything you would need to fill it out, the date of birth. Everything is listed here, and then you would press go, but it's going to tell you step by step on what you would need to do. If you get anything wrong, when you go back, it's going to show you that you are wrong. And when you get ready to take that test at the end, it's going to tell you on what you had wrong. And this is on this one, it's saying schedule an appointment. And this is the calendar and the patient charting here. Ashley, you can stop sharing because you're still on mute. Now I can hear you.
Well, I don't know why it muted me. It wouldn't let me unmute it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Yes, so you basically understand what you need to do, right?
Yeah, it took me a while, but I got it.
Right.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I'm doing it right now. It's taking me a minute.
Okay, so
Confusing.
you're back. So you're on your computer, Amber?
Yeah, I'm on my computer doing it.
Okay, so would you like to share with us, Amber?
It's taking a minute. Stop. Hold on. I don't know if I can.
I have it on multiple share.
I am on my phone doing it. I can't do it right now.
Oh, you can't do it?
No, I'm on my phone. I'm using my computer to do it. It's not hard. You just gotta. I have to double screen it and have to put them on 2 different tabs so I can read the description as I'm doing it. If not,
And
I
so
can't.
let me
figure it
tell
out.
you another way to do that as well. If you have your book open to that person's name and the information, that'll help as well. Because what happens, and when you're trying to go back and forth, trying to put that information in, you're looking back at. So it's good to have the book open. Do you all know how to do the double screen?
No, I was looking at how to do that.
Right. So you would have to open up another taskbar, and
Okay.
then you would minimize one.
Okay.
And then you will pull the other one up. And so then you can just have it at the bottom of the screen
Okay.
and then have the other one up. Or, you know, if you wanted to, you can have the book open on one tab and then have the other one open on another tab and just minimize it.
Okay.
What
Because
about
yes, Misty?
what about using your laptop and say if you've got the app for your books downloaded on your phone, can you do it that way?
Right, yes.
Because that's how I've been doing it.
Yeah, you can do it. And see, that's the thing. So just imagine how you're going to be doing that when you're at work. You're not going to have two options.
No. Well, I mean, it's just for right now, just until I get comfortable and I know what I'm doing.
Good. That's the
Like,
main
until
thing.
after I know what I'm doing, I won't need it. I won't need it that way.
That's the most important part. You know what you're doing. So I just wanted you all to see, make sure that your pop-up blockers are off. Make sure that you're reading the patient demographics. If you're not in that patient demographics, when you're trying to get the first part of the information, it's going to be wrong. And I can go in and see what you all are doing. You do not have to do all 20 assignments right now. That's just for you to get that practice. I want to make that clear. But all simulations that I assigned would have to be completed by the end of the module. So you can take your time and do them, but they would have to be completed by the end of the module, because that's how you're going to get your grade. You're not going to get a grade like how you were doing with your previous modules with labs and you're getting 100 or stuff like that. It's based on when I go in out, like if you click on the assignment, said you did it, but still it'll say probably 100. But then if I go in, when I go into the simulation playground and it's not done, and the average of the grade is going to say 0. So because you click on and say it's done, that's fine, but I have to go in and check the actual exams. Tremaine, remember how that was going on when we was doing the exam? When like some people were getting things and zeros.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll check it, but then the grade will change once I go into that simulation playground and actually see the actual grade. But like I said, don't get too nervous with this, because this is just practice that you all are doing. So when we go into module 157, you will know what you're doing. So practice as much as you would like. If you have questions, please feel free to get in contact with me, but practice makes perfect. Keep on practicing, learning how to navigate through each section. And remember, when you're looking in your book, the answers are there. The patient information, all of that is there. So please try not to make it so difficult, because this is a fun module. It's not hard, but you do have to read. With billing and coding, you have to read. If you do not like reading, you're going to have some difficulty, because you have to read in billing and coding. You have to read the patient's chart when it comes time to documenting, when it comes time to billing for that service, because then if you're not getting reimbursed, that's putting your job in jeopardy, because then that company, that office, that doctor is not being paid. So just understand the importance of making sure that when you're doing the simulation playground, that you're getting a full understanding of what you need to do. You have to read. So let's not make it difficult. Let's make it fun. And I'm just so sorry that I won't be able to put you all in groups due to the fact that I have so many students graduating, which is a great thing, because we have a lot of graduates and they're on to their career. And Tremaine, remember to look over those packets that I did email you. That's all of your information that you would need to get to pass that exam. You know, and everyone will get that. You'll get the CPT with answers. You'll get your ICD-10, the packet, your claims. Everything that's going to be on that exam, you will receive when you're graduating, for you to be able to study, so that when it comes time for you to take your national certification exam, you have the packets. Several people who graduated before, like they said, everything that was in the chapters and what we have been going over in the book was on the exam. So please don't take this lightly. Please try to focus and concentrate on what you're learning. This is a prosperous and a great career and field to be in. So please do not take it lightly. And remember, we can do one-on-one sessions. I mean, you have to call. I will call when you're missing assignments, but I mean, I can't do everything. You have to be able to communicate. If you're having difficulty, if you're having a one-on-one, I state all the time, my office hours are 8 to 5, Monday through Thursday, and 8 to 4. But when you call me after hours, if you need, I will answer. I will communicate with you. I will talk to you. If you want to assign, if you getting off at 6 and you want to do something for 7, you have to call and let me know so we can schedule, because I do have students who call and we're doing information. We're doing a study session at 8:30, but I have to know so that I can schedule that time, because I do have a family as well. But you know, I say my office hours, but if you need that extra help, you have to let me know, and then we can schedule a time to work after hours. So I don't want you all to think that, okay, at 5, I'm saying, oh, I'm done, I'm not talking to you. That's not the case. It's just that we have to set up a time so that we can get together and do a one-on-one. When we do our one-on-one, it's not recorded. It's strictly one-on-one. So nobody else will see it. If you want it recorded, you can, so you can go back and review. But the one-on-one sessions are strictly one-on-one. So it's not that I'm gonna be sharing it with anybody or anything like that. It's strictly one-on-one. So I want everybody to understand that, because I know for my newer students who are just getting in, but you all are lucky you're not starting in the coding. I mean, this is the perfect place to start, because with coding and billing and coding, if you've never experienced that, it's, you know, it can be challenging. So
Coding was the easiest part for me.
how would you say, Amber?
The coding was the easiest part for me.
Really? Well, I mean, you did a great job. Remember that first part, you was like, what is this? But then you got it and you've been rolling ever since. Yes.
What stumped me with the coding was the CPT procedures for cardiovascular.
We have done it all. Look, Amber, we have done it all. So, I mean, and some people like coding, but this part, before you can get to that section, you have to know how to, what's in that chart, because you have to know how to read what's in the chart to code so you can be paid.
Yeah.
That's the
So like
part.
I said, and around the time that I did do this, it was around the time that we were switching instructors. So with that being said, it went from one instructor who was teaching me what I needed to know to another instructor who was just giving me the information, and she was like, okay, y'all can handle it on your own.
Okay,
Oh,
I
I got
understand,
confused.
but you have to read. I mean, you know, the information is there, you have to read. And like I always state, the answers are there. Like when we were doing billing and coding, the answers were in the back of the book, but that's not going to help you if you don't know how to get that answer, because on your exam, it's multiple choice. Your whole exam is multiple choice. But if you don't know how to find the code or to get that main term that you need to know, it's not going to help. The back of the book answers are great, but use that as a reference to be able to look at that answer and then, okay, well, then go to the book and say, well, this is what they must have used to find that code. Get those main terms, you know, get an understanding. Because like I said, I can tell from those who are just getting the answers out of the back of the book when we were coding, because when it came time to the exam, they were way off. So, I mean, it's you know, it's evident. You know, if a code is in the 9 and then you put in something that's a 3, evidently you don't know what's going on. But that's the time for you to call me so that we can do a one-on-one session and we can work through it together so that you're able and you know how to get the information. That's the main goal, knowing how to get it. I don't care if it's wrong, but seek the additional help so that you can learn the right way and the proper way to be able to get it. Because the main goal is passing that certification exam so you can get that job in billing and coding. That's the most important part. So do we have any other questions about the electronic health record? Amber, so it seems like you're thinking this part is difficult.
Not really. I'm getting the hang of it.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yes. What
For the
about you,
simulation-
Dejanay?
Okay. So far, so good. I kind of got to this one like patient profile where it's like, I swear I put the information in and I believe it's all there, but it's still telling me like after I save it, you go back to it, it's still not made. It's still this person's not registered. So like that's the only one I have to do again and figure it out. But like so far, so good. I kind of got through it the first time. I was like, you know what, I could do this.
Good, good. But do you see it tells you if you're wrong, huh?
It's very, very tedious. You gotta pay attention. Gotta pay attention, especially like when the insurance is in somebody else's name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You won't be paid. You'll get a denied claim, and then it's going to come back to you saying denied.
Right.
And then that's not going to be good if you keep getting those denials. Then you'll be out of a job because they say, okay, well, we're not getting paid. We don't need you. We're losing money because they have to submit it again.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be fun. You know, I mean, it's going to take some time because it will not let you move to the next one if you're getting it wrong. So you will be stuck. So that's why I'm saying, no, you don't have to do all 20, you know, right now, but before the module is over, all of them will have to be done. So you have time. I'm just assigning 20 at a time for you all to get a hang of it and just do different ones and see how you score on your test when you're doing the quiz at the end. But you have until the end of the module really to work on them. And I will be able to see when I go into the simulation playground on what your scores were for those exams. So I don't want everybody to get, you know, upset and thinking, oh, I'm getting this wrong. This is a playground. That's why it's called Simulation Playground. So this is being recorded. Remember, everything you will need to know is in your gray section of e-learning. If you have any questions, concerns, please reach out to me. Do not think a question is, oh, it's too small or you feel embarrassed to ask. If you don't know, you're supposed to ask. That's how you're going to learn. So, I mean, the old saying, what, a closed mouth don't get fed. Mm-hmm. So you have to ask. I am not a mind reader. So please reach out to me and ask if you have a question. Heather, you have a question?
No, ma'am, I was waving to my mom. Yeah.
Okay, so basically that is it for today. Oh, y'all, can you believe it's 4:52? We usually on here more than an hour. So it's 4:52. So you all, you know, does anyone else have any questions or concerns?
That's probably
I'm sorry, Misty, I didn't hear you.
That's probably one of my biggest security skills is I'm so prideful and not asking, but I know that I need to. That way I can do everything that I need to do right.
Misty, I don't think so. We've been on the phone at 9:30 at night.
Well, beforehand. Now I ask questions because my thing is I want to do this correctly so I know what I'm doing.
Correct. So see what I'm saying? We've been on the phone at 9:30 at night. You know, so it depends on, like I said, I will not just not answer, but I said my office hours, but if I can, and if I am available, I will assist. So I don't want anybody to say that, oh, they can't get in contact with me or they can't reach me. I might not respond at the time because I do have other students that I'm working with. We have meetings, online meetings, we have staff meetings, we have a lot going on as well, but I will respond back. I will get back with you. I might not answer your email at the time. Sometimes I don't answer emails and I just call. You know, because I'm doing some other things and I'll call you. So don't feel free, like I said, call and let me know if you need a one-on-one session. That's the only way you're going to learn and get the answers you need. Text me a question. I will respond. You know, like I said, it might not be at that very minute. I might not answer that email at that very second because I am, you know, working, but I will respond. So if we don't have any other questions before we close out? Okay, thank you, Jonathan. I know, Jonathan, you're at work. Thank you. Right, I'm glad Jonathan mentioned that. So some Chromebooks are not working with the Simchart. In order to complete this module and the next module, you have to have a computer. It will not work on your phone. You have to have a computer. And like I said, depending on what type Chromebook you have, it will not work. This is why when you start the program, the questions that they ask, and for our new ARA that we're starting, we're asking, do you have a computer? Do you have internet access? Do you have Wi-Fi? Because when you get to this module, 156 and 157, if you do not have a computer, you will not be able to get through the course. And you will fail because you have to get through module 156 and 157, and you will need a computer. Other options, they have Affirm, they have some other refurbished computers that you can get. They have, I know, PayPal that you can use as well. And then too, you can go to the library. If you have a library in your area, you can go to the library and use their use a library. I know McDonald's have Wi-Fi, Starbucks, P&J Coffee House. A lot of those places have Wi-Fi. So if you're really serious about your education and really, want to get it done, there are other locations that you can go through and get that Wi-Fi connection. I know everybody's finances are not the same. That's why I'm saying, they have other means. You can go to the library, different places that you can go and get that Wi-Fi connection. And then, like I said, ask a friend or ask somebody else if you can use their Wi-Fi code or Wi-Fi connection. Also hotspots, you can share a hotspot. So, ask. That's the only way you're going to get through it. Like I said, I know everybody does not have internet or Wi-Fi. Also, if you didn't know, Cox Cable, depending on the area you live in, if you receive medical benefits, if you receive SNAP benefits, Medicaid or things like that, you're able to get internet access. So if you are receiving any type of disability, like I said, SNAP, Medicaid, you can get free internet. It's limited as for what's the how many megabytes or whatever you can get, but you can get those services through Cox. And I know they said that AT&T, they're offering some different programs as well. So, use the resources. Like I said, Affirm, PayPal. They have refurbished computers that's in Baton Rouge. I know that our director of education provided for us, Miss April, and Miss Jessica as well, of different places that you can get these computers from. That's like $98, $115, $120. And like I said, I still know that's financial. I don't know everybody's financial status, but I'm just throwing out some ideas if you're unable to get a computer at this time, because you will need a computer for this course. You will have to have a computer, especially like the module we're in. It doesn't work on your phone, and it's limited capabilities on the Chromebook. So again, any questions in reference to that? So you all enjoy your Thursday. Is the weather cold where you all are? The
Not
weather
yet.
has changed. It was cold here in New Orleans.
Oh, I thought you was talking about right now.
No, it has warmed up some. It's beautiful today here in New Orleans. So you all enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, stay safe, and work in that simulation playground. Again, if you all are having any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I am available. I cannot help if I don't know. Communication is key. So you all enjoy your weekend, and I'll be sending out a video. This is recorded, so you will be receiving this video in your email later on this evening. So you all have a great, beautiful weekend, and I will see you all again next week. Remember, your exam is due on Sunday. It's open today, but it is due on Sunday. And it's chapters 1 and 2. I think it's like 59 questions, you all. Chapters 1 and 2. Okay, Dejan, I see what you're saying, shaking your head. Yes. So you all enjoy your day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.